And welcome back to Higurashi When They Cry. This is mindless Gonzo, and last we picked up, things were pretty hectic, especially with the game club. They are ruthless. We are talking fucking ruthless when it comes to these games. But there's one thing that should be troubling me. And it's that mysterious thing that our photographer friend, our outsider, was talking about with a mutilation. And those tabloids that we found in a dumpster where Rena was trying to recover our Colonel Sanders doll, they did not help one bit. Not only that, the local summer festival, or the Watanagashi, is coming near. How are things going to turn out from that point on? It's almost anybody's game for those who haven't seen the Higurashi anime. Or this. A few days have passed since that incident. During the time, either Mion was busy or Rika-chan had to help with the festival preparations, so we couldn't get everybody together for club activities. Even though I thought I would never want to participate again after the years that changed all my life each time, not having it only made my heart grow fonder. I really am not honest with myself. Today, we finally had our club activities again. These weren't the same old club activities. It was called the Watanagashi 5 Demon Firefight, and it was one of the biggest events in the club. Keiichi, does this yukata still fit you? Can you try it on for a second? Mom pulled out an old, dusty yukata. I don't need a new yukata. Those are embarrassing. I'll just go in normal clothes. It's a festival. Wear it, okay? And the other said regular clothes are just fine. If I was the only one wearing the yukata, it would be even more embarrassing. I put on this same old vest as usual. I'll be going with Ren and the others, so you don't need to worry about me. Is that so? I'll be going with Dad then when he wakes up. He lets out a loud snore from the sofa. From how it looks, he must have pulled an all-nighter last night. Finished his manuscript, so he might not wake up for a while. Seems my dad writes for art magazines sometimes. I never read it though. I wonder if my dad is a really famous artist or something. Since his own son has ain't something like that, I can't imagine he's selling all that well. And he's able to feed a family of 3 in my life isn't exactly full of hardships. Could be that he's a master painter and I didn't know about it. Oh, look. That must be the door. Keiichi-kun, are you home? Oh, man. Already time? I didn't want them coming here, so I was going to plan on leaving early and wait outside. Oh my, it's Rina-chan. Thank you for always looking after Keiichi. Ma'am, he's been looking out for, why are you blushing for just meeting my mom? Don't get all flustered, it really doesn't feel right. Let's go, Rena. Since she would continue to space out if I left her here, I grabbed her hand and dragged her out. Rena, look after Keiichi for me. Yes, ma'am. Even if it means I must sacrifice myself. Why don't you do it right now? She waved back even as I was dragging her away. Okay, Kei-chan, you're hungry? We're gonna take care of these at the stalls. You thought I'd let myself get full knowing the club activities won't involve the stalls. Wouldn't have it any other way. So where's Rika and Sadako? Are they already at the temple? Yep, Rika's the festival committee member after all. Sadako's probably with her as well. Let's see. Alright, let's make some noise. Yeah! We were already in high spirits with just the 3 of us there. It was way more lively at the Friday Shine than the last time I came, far exceeding my expectations. 3 throngs of people were crammed between rows of market stalls lined with colorful patterned paper lanterns. Despite that, it was actually quite enjoyable. There sure are lots of people here. I can't believe they all live in Higurashi. Everybody attends to Watanagashi. I think about half the village is here. Not just that, municipal and youth councils from neighboring towns and villages advertise this event as well. That's right. There aren't that many students at our school, but there's a lot of kids here today. Just doesn't feel like a festival unless there are kids running after all. That's true, I agree. Hello and good evening. Those two knew everybody we came across. Of course I greeted them as well, but I still wasn't familiar with everybody. Oh, Rena-chan, thanks for the food you brought me a while back. My son loved it, he said it was delicious. It was nothing after all, I'm glad you liked it. Say hello to Kazuma-kun for me. Hey, if it isn't the Somazaki, I'm in charge of the stand again this year. Make sure you come visit. Pops, have you gotten fatter? You'll end up having a heart attack with a gut like that. Oh, this kid here is new. Are you one of her underclassmen? He's one of my members. An upcoming hopeful. You cross him, he could crush your stand in one night. You got a little Missy seal of approval, I see. You'll be taking it easy on me. As you can imagine, Mia was chatting away with the old guys running the stalls. Mia-chan is really energetic after all. She's really popular with the older men. I think Rena's pretty popular too, being cute and all. That was of course so long as her little condition didn't flare up. But as long as she's blushing quietly, she's pretty cute. I'm popular with people? Really? Really? With some people. I evaded giving her a straight answer by roughly tousling her hair. The stall keepers came all the way from town. It's not really a festival without them after all. So we're going to mess with them now? I don't care what kind of match it is, I'm going to win it. Oh yes, I'll try too. Hey, you're all very late. It's unacceptable to keep a lady waiting, Keiichi. Oh, my bad. When's this lady I kept waiting? Did you just say that? Alright. Looks like Sadako's in top form. Seems she was all excited about being able to get everybody in the club together for the first time in a while. Oh, Rika-chan. She let out an elated sigh. It seemed the real lady had made her appearance. Good evening, everyone. Good evening to Keiichi as well. She looks nice. Ooh, looking good. Sharp is here. Cute. Can I take you? Please don't. Rika was wearing a shrine maiden outfit, as you can tell. She made Rena's little outburst completely understandable. Rika-chan's clothes sure look like the real deal. Is that a real shrine maiden outfit? My grandmother made them by hand. They're quite authentic. Rika-chan has an important task to do at the end of the festival, so she has to wear this. I see. She was on the executive committee before because she performed the shrine maiden rituals for the festival. My work is only during the finale of the festival. I can still play for a while. Well, we can't afford to waste any time. Let's begin. Alright. It felt good to wander around the festival with just 5 of us. Mion called everyone to a stand that caught her attention and proposed a rather odd competition. Takoyaki eating race. Everyone has to buy their own. Ready? Go! A standard in vendor stalls, the takoyaki stand. What was especially standard for these kinds of events was the fact there were simply balls of dough. Takoyaki in name only. It burns! Are you okay, Keiichi-kun? Have some water. My, eating scalding hot takoyaki whole is suicide. I guess the trick is to buy the ready-made ones that have been left out for a while. They really don't taste good. The stall next to it was shaved ice. It's still a bit too early in the season for that, but right then it didn't matter. Shaved ice this time. A shaved ice eating race. Ready, go! Shaved ice eating race, I just can't. As long as you can melt it a bit with your body heat, then it's so cold. Not smart. The slow man ordered it with plenty of syrup. Melt quickly when mixed up. Those stooges were too late. The moment they chose to tackle it head on was their downfall. Finished! Keiichi's done. That was too fast. It couldn't be. Keiichi-kun, you didn't add water from the goldfish tank behind you, did it? That can't taste very good. Next to that was another old favorite, a cotton candy stand. Why don't we do this one next? Of course, it's a speed eating contest. How did you eat cotton candy quickly? How? On Satako's mark, me on Satako and I all ate compressed cotton candy with our bare hands. Oh god, I can imagine the sugar rush. The time it took to stick the whole thing in our mouths was 3 seconds. I expect Satako to figure it out, but I think Keiichi would too. I can't tell you if you're treating me like I'm a newbie forever, can I? It won't taste very good. Rika had also crushed it between her hands and stuck it into her mouth. This is probably the only place in Japan where people eat cotton candy like this. Of course, there are only a couple of people in Japan who would eat cotton candy like this, maybe even the world. Raiden's cotton candy was happy with how it seasoned. It felt like we ended up doing stuff like noodles to our nose contest, or a human water pump to goldfish scoop. How great things were going. Elsa Man will probably still win too. I'm simply no match for Mia when it comes to eating repulsive things. Seriously. What's up with you guys? Are you telling me you don't want to have a blue Hawaii Tantiaka soba eating contest? Shake, shake. Both Sadako and I shook our heads in unison. Can we have a game that doesn't involve food? Can we? Her proposal was a godsend. It was about time we played a different kind of game. It doesn't seem like neither Ren nor Rika were any good at speed eating or gorging themselves. Okay, I'll let you pick out the next one. Anything will be fine. Well then, I'm going to be the judge. Find cute things on the festival grounds. You have 1 minute. Fine by me. I know exactly what you like. Alright. I think I can win that. Ready? Go! Oh? Why aren't Keiichi-kun and Rika starting? Where aren't you? Me and Satako dashed out married, but Rika and I calmly stayed right where we are. Could it be you already found it? The cute thing? We already found it. Keiichi, did you? Mm-hmm. What is it? I can't wait. Rika and I stood motionless for those few minutes before Mia and Satako returned. This is probably the first time we've gone head-to-head like this. It'll be the first. Rika-chan, you expect to win with that, huh? I am a member of this club as well. Win by any means desires society's third world. She's near to the best of her ability. You're on. Both Mia and Sadako came back, each with their own plan of attack stuffed with arms. Okay, let's go in order. Let's start with Club President Michan. Too bad, you guys. Ending this straight up. this old man brought... Where'd she get those? Old 10 diamond-shaped signs. Pled curry, snake olensis, and ornamency. How about that? Very understated. A little too understated. I used to see those stuck up on barbed wire fences. They were more nostalgic than cute. Can you explain what part of it is cute? But there were puffs of smoke noisily shooting out of Rena's ears and nose, almost like a steam train. I didn't get it. I'm gonna go up next. How about this? The hand-drawn poster from the Ladies' Society's roasted corn stall. A really bad sketch done by a housewife. An anthropomorphic roast corn drawn without any sort of real plan. Its very existence invited a sense of sorrow to the viewer. That was the sound of blood jetting out of her nose. Seemed to have rated higher than Mion's. I really didn't get it. Feels like your artistic sense is a little avant-garde by about 5 eons. Oh, those are nothing but mass-produced signs after all. They have no chance to get something hand-drawn. I couldn't even begin to follow the way those guys were thinking. Then I will be next. So, Rika, is it? What can you even do without anything? Did you decide to go forget? Rika felt like it. She could simply... After moving back about 10 yards, she began waddling up to Rena. Seeing that, Mion and Satoko gasped. Oh, no. Too late. Rika tripped over nothing and lay motionless after falling down. Rena hurried over to her. Rika, you alright? Alright? She had a lump on her forehead, and tears welled up in her eyes. Only her fingers picked out from her sleeves, and that was the vital part. The palm of her hands were covered by her sleeves. She made just a single sound. Mew. Ugh. Overdrive. Take home. I think it's a soul deal. I completely forgotten the play that I was personally had to use. Rena's face went completely red, head bobbing back and forth with excitement. She embraced Rika and began rubbing her cheek against her. I expect no less than her. Not a single element was overlooked. A lolly, a shrine maiden, a bringer crying, a mew. It was perfect. A simple trip transcended to pure moe. Now that is what you call art. Kei-chan has a pretty weird definition of art. I'll just pretend to stop stinging those words coming through me like a laser was a figment of my imagination. Rika-chan turned her gaze to me with a daunting smile as she was caressed by Rena, who was in full cute mode. Now, Keiichi, how can you beat me? The cold smile was frightening. It must be just my imagination, but I see a demon inside her sometimes. Kei-chan seems to have his own plan of attack. I wonder what he's going to show her. I also wish to observe the play that Keiichi-san made. Could it be Keiichi also going to give a performance? I passed him the pointed stairs. I pulled Rena, who gave no sign of canceling out of cute mode, away from Rika. Cute thing, Keiichi, let go! I'm gonna show you something even cuter, so just hold for now. Huh? Oh, something even cuter? But it's a bit crowded here. How about we go back there? She looked very surprised as I pulled her from behind the shrine. Well, two behind the shrine. I cannot fathom what Keiichi-san could possibly be planning. This is Kei-chan after all. Hopefully it's not what I think it is. Keep on fighting, yeah! After a bit, I returned. And a bit after that, Rena did, dragging her feet. There's no way that scoundrel Keiichi did something to innocent little Rena. Mion and Satoko passed by me, headed straight to Rena. What is that going to do to you? For a moment, Rena was too dazed to realize something, or someone, was talking to her. Oh, it's me, Chan. Rena, are you alright? Did he do anything to you? No, he didn't do anything strange to me. It's quite severe. Exactly what did he show you? It's so cute. What did he show you? She let out a really long "Hello." Her eyes sparkled as she said, Keiichi-kun's furry little seal! Nope. Fuck. In the blink of an eye, Mion Satoko's elbow smashed into my face. Huh? What? Show Rena something dirty. You sick pervert. I'll have you beaten to oblivion. Wait, you got it all wrong. A dark billowing flowed from those two. No good. They're going to kill me. Michan, I'm not sure what's going on, but you got it all wrong. See, Keiichi-kun had a fur seal keychain. Rika-chan stuck her hand into my pocket and pulled out the keychain I had. What? He made it long ago from one of his summer school assignments. He said it doesn't show it others often because it's embarrassing. Yeah, so small and cute. Now with that short little what the fuck out of the way. He tried his best to make it so wonderful. Oh, so this old man thought you meant it was the real cute little fur seal between his legs. Oh, I expect no less from Mion. He misconstrued things in the wildest of ways. So do you. They were slinging insults at each other, looking like they were ready to tear into each other at any second. Go ahead. I could use a good cat fight. I beg of you, if I'm in the clear, would you mind getting off of me? We were interrupted by the flash of a camera. Look who it is. Ah, you're all seeming energetic as usual. Tomitake. As I lay crumpled on the ground, Mion and Satoko continued to bicker above me. Rika was patting me on the head, and Rena was still in cute mode. It was probably quite a lively scene. It's fine evening, you didn't know that it's rather poor etiquette to photograph a lady without her permission. Well, that's right, at least you don't really need Satoko's permission. She dug her heel into me. Good evening. You're heading back tomorrow, aren't you? Were you able to take lots of good photos? Thanks to you, I got plenty of good shots. Tonight's the last we can see old Tomitake-sama, isn't it? Such a shame. Hurry up and have your major breakout soon. Just as rude as ever, aren't you? I really am sad I won't be able to hear that voice of yours for almost half a year. Be sure to have as much fun as you can tonight. You'll be back in Tokyo tomorrow, after all. That's true. It will be another 6 months until I can enjoy another night where I can see the stars. Tomitake looked up to the night sky cheerfully. At that moment, even though he was smiling, I sensed a bit of sadness. I can't even English. Why don't you move here then? And he and Misawa. He was speechless. Not very convenient here. No shops, no recreational spots. Might not be anything really here, but you know, everyone knew what I was trying to say. Tomitake was also well aware. So Rika, Mion, Sadako, and Rika-chan, none of them butted in. I've only been here for less than a month, so I really don't know anything about it. Everybody really talking of a guy, but in a situation like this, I'm at a loss for words. Even though all this was happening in such a boisterous setting, it felt like all the background noise was fading into the distance. This place is probably... He rests his hands on me gently, slicing me. Well, silencing me, really. Thank you, Keiichi-kun. Mion and Rika, Sadako, Rika. Tomitake's smile was so... it looked like it was going to crumple any minute, but it was warm. I also think it would be great if I could live here. Maybe grew worse coming from a kid who didn't need to worry about working to feed himself. A hand touched my back. Rika's.
Keiichi-kun, you shouldn't pick on adults. It's not nice.
The background clamored that the festival returned.
We won't be seeing you for a while after all. We need to make sure he also enjoys the night.
When Rika smiled, the mood instantly got brighter. That's true. I think I'll just do that.
Hey, Mi-chan, how about it? Can we let Tomitake in our club activities?
A great idea. Or so I thought, but Mia had an astonished look on her face.
One of the requirements for membership is residence and eating Izawa, you see. Come on, Mi-chan, just for today. Don't be mean.
Well, he doesn't come around here often every year. I'll make him honorary. Well, alright.
Now then, I wonder if this aged fellow well past his prime will be a match for me. Let's have him show us the wisdom of a mature adult.
Can he keep up with us young'uns? Tomitake stepped back slightly at our audacious grins.
I, Mion Sonozaki Club President, do hereby authorize the honorary citizen Tomitake's entrance into the club.
Her words were quickly drowned out by our cheers. What do you mean by club?
What a club does, you see, in order to cope with complicated society, we perform various activities with various rules. Sometimes they're in your favor, and sometimes they work against you. I'm pretty weak. I prefer you not to single me out. Let's try to get along. If you wish to mock our giantess games, this would be the perfect opportunity.
We'll leave you with nothing. We won't even leave the hairs on your butt.
So it's a club where we play games together.
Of course, Rika was the only one to give an answer that made sense. Alright, just what I wanted. I'll take you up on that challenge. Don't be too rough with me, my mentors. He got riled up and did a victory pose like he was 10 years younger. Perfect. We continued walking through the festival with Leon in the front. Now we looked like the family 6. It had some intensity to it. Same rules, loser will of course be subjected to a penalty. Tomitake was a bit surprised, but to us it was just the same. We realized how terrible a penalty it was.
Just don't lose.
Rika was brimming with determination. She didn't have any intention of losing.
That's true.
I'd toss up Rika's hair to lighten the mood. She giggled to hide the embarrassment. I see. This is what it means to feel like a kid again. He whispered to nobody in particular. At that moment we heard an old man call out in a strong voice. Looking over, I realized it was the man Mion had greeted right before the festival. You're here! Little Miss Sonozaki. Seems you brought quite a crowd.
We came to eradicate your entire stall.
This stall was a shooting gallery. The usual setup. You gotta knock over the prize if you want. And it's gotta be with a cart gun. The rules are simple. These shots, winner is whoever gets the biggest prize. Everybody shouted in agreement. No need to consider how to win, since the condition for victory was simply size. The biggest prize is a stall win without question. It was that one?
That teddy bear, she's cute. Rena was gazing longingly at the large stuffed animal. It was intentionally placed on the unsteady platform so it's possible to get it if you hit the right spot. Magnificent setup to make someone think that. Not bad, Keiichi-san. I figured you would see through this scam instantly. The most logical course of action would be to aim for some candy or a doll. The intense analysis had already begun. In this club, you get eaten alive if you don't come prepared. Everything hinges on what plan you can come on with before the main event. At some point, a large crowd had gathered around us, making a big fuss. There was this much of a following from our club's infamous event. Hard to believe, isn't it? Knocking that bear down can ensure a win. Only 3 shots. Use them all just try and that'll be rough. Hey, I have other customers waiting, you know. Who's up first? First one has the advantage of being able to aim for easy prizes, but it's dangerous to compete without knowing the gun's quirks. Tomitake takes on the situation was pretty good. He gets what a club is about. Well, to be fair, how about rock, paper, scissors to decide? How about it? That is the only way. Rock, paper, scissors. After a couple of matches ended up with me on being first. I didn't want to end up first. I just think of it as a handicap. Gramps the gun. Here we go. When the shooting range got my hand to her rifle, she looked it over intently. She didn't forget to check the cork bottle either. Okay. Brand new, isn't it? No faults? Not bad. She raised the gun with one swift motion. Completely different from her careful inspection. She was shooting from the hip. Fire. Reload. Fire and reload. Fire. Flop. 3 candy boxes, one after the other. That's a big haul. The crowd paused in a moment of awe and erupted in cheers. Awesome! That was quite good. Tomitake was at a loss for words after seeing such shooting prowess. Amazing, Mii-chan. 3! Accuracy was incredible. The trust of targets wasn't bad either. The 3 neon argopter were fairly large, pretty easy to knock over. They were all targets, with a very high return on investment. Who's up next? Sadako? Careful, bullets are light. Next was Sadako. Rifle looked a bit big for her little body, but it didn't say she had any problem with the weight. Of course I shall aim for the grand prize. She proclaimed that she was going after the teddy bear. Sadako, you're a bold move. The moment she knocks it over, she's guaranteed to be in first. Good luck, Sadako. Sadako was the opposite of Mia. She aimed for the target quickly and carefully and squeezed the trigger. The bullets are too light. The first 2 bullets struck the bear in the torso, but it shifted a bit. You need to aim higher towards the head or it won't work. Sadako's 3rd bullet wasn't aimed at the bear, but at the kidney box below its arm. I hate to say it, but it appears the bear is just too much for me. She went boldly after the big catch, but she switched to a less impressive prey at the last second. The crowd only gained a strained laugh. Are they laughing because she lacked courage? Fools know nothing. A fine attempt. You got him better. The palm of Leon's outstretched hand went prompt as it tapped down like Leon Sadako. She appeared to just be talking hot air, but this was actually completely calculated. Damn Sadako. Just to avoid being in last place, she switched to an easy target. Without shame or honor. Magnificent. I'll allow you to take the bear, Rena. I pray for your victory. Okay. Thank you so much.
Bear-san, so cute.
She was up next. She couldn't hit the bronze of her barm as a regular Rena, but she said the bear was cute. I wonder how she'll do. Hope she's able to hit at least one. You're underestimating her. This is Rena we're talking about. This is Rena for Yuko. If it was to get that teddy bear. Whoa. He wheeled around to see what all the commotion the spectators were starting to make. If it was to get that bear, she able to shoot through a pinhole. The one known as Rena Ryuku would do it.
Shaking. It's shaking. Cute.
She couldn't hide her summit over the bear's slow rocking. She just can't lose.
Not bad, Rena-san. The less collected you become,
The stronger you get. Holy shit. One big cheer. Her bullet hit the bear's forehead. Not enough. The bear seemed to wobble more than before.
it might not be possible.
You'll never know. With Rena's skill, it might be. While Tomitake was just as sight as the crowd, Rika's analysis was not swayed by emotion. If Rena had more shots, she could surely knock it over. But with just one more, no matter how you look at it, not good. The crowd let out a dejected groan. She shot it 3 times. A bit late, but they gave her a group round of applause for her attempt.
Bear-san, I want to take you home.
She should have been praised for her valor, but she had no trophies to show for it. At that moment, the old man flicked one of the candy boxes with a finger and handed it to Rena. For you, little lady.
You're giving this to me?
The gods won't forgive you if I let you go home empty-handed after such display. There was another shout of applause. She turned bright red, and I pulled her back over to us by her hand. You did a great job. Your cute mode really did surprise me.
I just really wanted Mr. Bear.
It was easy to see that it only needed a little more to be knocked over. She'd done quite a lot for me. I still needed to pay her back for the delicious picnic. All right. I'll get it and give it to you. Hey, wait! Tomitake stole the words right out of my mouth.
Okay. Take care of it, Tomitake. Good luck.
Damn you, old man. Stealing the good parts for yourself. A small hand stretched out and fell gently on my head just before I was overcome with frustration. It was Rika.
You keep on fighting too, Keiichi, okay?
Tomitake carefully studied the bear. Setting his sights, he shouldered the rifle while holding the other 2 in his hand. Why is he doing that? No doubt, Tomitake's aiming for... The time between shots were very short. Meaningless to shoot again once it stopped shaking, so Tomitake was relying on rapid fire to win the battle. It was visibly wobbling much more than it ever had, but that was all. It still didn't fall over.
Too bad.
All of Rena's momentary expectation from watching us swayed violently as it turned into a dejected sign. I really thought it would work.
Oh, it seems that since you're mad, you will not be receiving any candy.
That was it. Man, Tomitake had no spoils for war.
Kei-chan and Rika-chan could just shoot down an easy prize and avoid being dead last.
Avoid being the loser, huh? Oh, sorry about that. Your turn, Keiichi. Best of luck. I was the 5th shooter. I took the rifle from Tomitake. If I took the ruthless out, this meal suggested I'd go for a small target. Except, when I picked up the rifle, I definitely got a feeling from it. It was burning passion. Passed down to me by Tomitake. The regret of not being man enough to feel the bell over. Yes, that was right. If I didn't aim for the bear, I wouldn't aim for the man. After all, this was my promise to Rena.
What's she doing? What's she doing? What promise?
To shoot down that bear and then give it to Rena. That one.
You mean?
The crowd went wild when they saw our conversation.
Cool, Oni-chan.
You got balls, man. That's not it, fine men of the crowd. If I didn't do this, Rena might mug the old man running the stall on his way home. That's not it. That's not good at all. Why can't I just express my honest feelings?
Keiichi-chan sure talks the talk, but how do you actually intend to bring down that bear?
Rena and Tomitake's shots didn't miss it.
Well, they miss.
Sorry. I can't English today, I'm sorry.
Rena and Tomitake's shots did make it tilt a bit, but I think finishing the job will be difficult. Keiichi-kun,
if only there was some way to shoot faster, I'd be able to pile more power on this way from each hit.
Good luck, Keiichi-kun.
After taking 2 deep breaths, I shot it over to the guy. 2 more rifles. The crowd murmured amongst themselves.
I wonder what Keiichi is up to. One person can't handle 3 rifles at once.
I get it. Nice thinking. Leon was able to figure out magnificently. Basically, I was taking most of the time with reloading.
That's right. By putting 3 preloaded rifles next to each other,
Tomitake went silent, peering at me and the bear through his lens. His photographer's blood predicted a miracle that could occur. The crowd finally picked on what it was planning. They let out a great cheer. They chanted my name. Rapid fire is the key. If I miss, all is for naught. After letting out a deep breath, I paused. Relax. And now! It felt like time itself had stopped. I felt like I could see the trajectory of the bullets. Hit it and knock it down. The first shot hit the bear on the head. The second. The third. The bear swayed hard. And then... Whoa! The cheers began before the stuffed animal even finished falling off the shelf. The guy caught it before it hit the ground and tossed it to me. Actually knocked it over. You got me. Amazing. Congrats, Keiichi-kun.
Keiichi-san is finally learning how to use his head.
I see you in a slightly better light now. I did it all myself. Everyone hit it, and the small bits together brought it down. This trophy belongs to all of us.
Right, all of us working together. He didn't hit a single thing.
After holding up the teddy bear like a championship trophy, I handed it to Rena. Here, it's from me. Well, everyone really. Thanks for making your delicious lunches. Rena, thinking she was never actually going to get it, was momentarily speechless.
I can't, Keiichi-kun. This is everyone's after all.
In that case, I was the one who knocked it down. And it's mine. It's mine, so I'm giving it to Rena. I pushed the stuffed animal towards her. This time she embraced and accepted it. He watched out for me ever since I moved here, after all. I'm really grateful, you see. Thanks a lot.
Keiichi-kun, thanks so much.
She dove right at me. Leon told me a few days later that Rena kissed me, but I didn't realize it during all the excitement. I remember what I was trying to say to Tomitake earlier. There really isn't much of anything here, but there are lots of things you can't find anywhere else. I get a lot from coming to here, especially at that moment. The crowd cheers echoed on and on. From the altar set up in front of the shrine, the drums sounded with a booming echo. It was the finale of the festival. I'll be going up ahead then. Uh-oh. I need to go get myself a good spot then. Well, then everyone, see you in a bit. Both Rika and Tomitake gave their farewells and disappeared into the crowd. I wish both of you the best in your endeavors. Now, shall we be off? Yeah, might as well go see Rika's charming figure. Let's go. Yeah. Wait, where's Rena? What are you doing?
Keiichi-kun, Ichan, save me!
She was carrying such a ridiculously large stuffed animal, she was being carried off by the flow of people. What's she doing? She must have had her hands full taking care of that bear. I'll leave Rena in your care, Keiichi-chan. I have my hands full taking care of Sadako.
Who wanted to be looked after by you? Ow, ow, don't pull my arm, ow!
Before losing sight of Mion, I grabbed the back of Rena's collar.
Keiichi, not there. Don't grab me there.
Always so bossy. Where can I grab? I didn't feel ashamed at all. Brenda was ashamed enough for the both of us. I grabbed onto Rena's hands and dashed after Mion and the others. We're gonna be late. How about we hurry?
Yeah.
I didn't realize Rena's hand was so delicate. Maybe she needed a bit more exercise and nutrition. That wasn't what I meant. Not at all. My ears burned. I tried to keep calm. I repeated the phrase, keep it together, Keiichi, in my mind, but it didn't look like I won't be able to do that too anytime soon. I really didn't want Rena to see my face then, so I pushed onwards, dragging her along without looking back. There was already a huge group of people gathered at the altar in front of the shrine. The fire at the altar made it as bright as midday and just as hot. There was a pile of futons warded with sanctified rope in front of the altar. Come to think of it, they did say it was a festival where they did something with the cotton and futons.
Keiichi-san!
I hit the text log thing. Whoopsie. If you hit the scroll wheel on this game, you accidentally get the text log.
Keiichi, Rena, we're over here!
Sadako waved her hand from the far row.
Sorry.
Making our way through the mass of people, we reached the spot they saved. How was it? Were you able to have a little bit of excitement with Rena? You punk, so that's what your plan was? Instead of replying, Mion gave us a perverse grin. How was it, Rena? Oh, oops. Again, I hit the wheel mark again. Shit. I want a drink.
Was Keiichi's hand bigger than you thought it would be?
Rena turned bright red, puffs of steam shooting out of her. I heard something slice through the air and turned around to see Mion on the ground with a welt on her face.
Mion.
Where were you hit? Between high and oh. Rena, it's not good to punch your friends to hide your embarrassment.
I didn't hit her. Whatever do you mean?
Thump. The thunderous beat of the drum echoed, silencing the crowd.
You must all be quiet, it's starting.
It was a solemn ritual. Rika entered dressed as a shrine maiden, followed by members of the municipal committee. The others all looked at Rika and clasped their hands in praise. The only thing allowed to disturb the profound silence was the flash from Tomitake's camera. What's that big thing she's holding?
That's a hoe used for this festival. A sacred farming tool only a shrine maiden may touch.
An awkward shape from a piece of farm equipment. Not uncommon for something used in rituals. After assigning a Shinto player, Rika approached a pile of futons gathered at the altar. She swung the hose skillfully, plowing into the futons. Each and every little movement of this performance probably had to be done in a certain way. Without a doubt, this was a ritual. What's next? Airing? She's purifying futons that absorb illnesses from people over the winter. So when Keiichi says airing out futons, he wasn't completely wrong. Rika's was already dripping with sweat. That hoe was probably real heavy. She staggered side to side with the momentum of each swing. Saltica looked on, silently lending support. Worried? If we could practice every single day with a mochi hammer, she will certainly prevail. Saltica's hands were sweaty, and whenever Rika started to sway a little, she held her breath. Why wasn't me on a candidate to be the Shrine Maiden? It felt wrong having Rika swing around something so heavy. I'd do if they asked me, you know. And well, it's not something just anyone could do. True. Shrine Maidens need to be pure after all. She drove her elbow into my side. With the thud of the big drum, Rika-chan gave a solemn bow and descended from the altar. That triggered a round of generous applause. After the Shinto priestess had raised up the cleansed futons like a portable altar, all the spectators stood up. Following that, after the priestess, we marched at a moderate pace. They descended the shrine's giant stairs in a line. So what's happening now? Washing the futons in the river? Watanagashi means setting cotton adrift, you know? The procession continued right up the bank of the stream. A fire was stoked high, and it was bright as day. People started crying around and clamoring. Alright, get in line. Line up, Keiichi-kun. All the was up. Maybe we'd get some holy wine? Bread and white bean buns? Not food. I said it was cotton. Oh, but of course. They didn't call it the Watanagashi or cotton drifting for nothing. I finally understood it. The municipal committee members pulled out the cotton from inside the futons and rolled it up like mochi, handing it out to the people. Rita dove into the line and brought me some as well. We then proceeded to the bank. Since it's your first time, Keiichi, just copy what I do. She held the cotton in her right hand, and waving her hand as to purify it, she touched it to her forehead, chest, and navel, and both thighs. You do this 3 times, and silently give thanks to Oyashiro-sama. So, who is Oyashiro? The name of the shrine's god? Yes, the guardian deity of Higurashi. He brings about both miracles and curses, so you must be sure to show respect. Sounded like a pretty frightening god. But oh well, win it alone. I was officially a resident of Inuzawa now, after all. Doing as Rena showed me, I touched the cotton over myself 3 times. Thank you, Oyashiro. Thank you, Oyashiro-sama. Oyashiro-sama. That way all the evil that possesses you is sucked out by the cotton. Then you let it gently drift away on the stream and you're done. Together, Ren and I set our pieces of cotton to float onto the surface of the water. The flowers of cotton blooming in the water had sucked out all the evil festering in Inuzawa and drifted off, disappearing into the distance. It was wonderful. I was floating after it as far as I'd seen on TV. The best part, though, was feeling like this rite of passage that's made me a true resident of this place. While staring off the stream, I somehow got separated from Rena. I wasn't very lonely, though. I know this place by now. This is where I live. My home. Probably better if I just stay here instead of wandering around aimlessly. Someone will surely find me while I was enjoying the evening breeze. I heard a familiar voice. Tomitake's. I headed towards it. How did it go? Were you able to get some good shots? Fortunately. Tomitake-san was with a girl. felt a little like I was intruding. How was it, Keiichi-kun? Oh, Takano! A little different than what I remember. Did you enjoy the festival? The way she spoke, it sounded like she was a resident here. I really should try harder to remember people's faces. What was her name? Well, it was fun. My face must have given away how desperate I was trying to remember her because she gave a light-hearted chuckle. It was probably because it hasn't been long since she moved here. It's pretty hard to believe seeing how friendly we got with the other kids. That's how it looked. It's probably all thanks to Rika and me on. But she kind of like a resident in Higurashi to be part of the festival today, huh? Well, I wondered about that. Well, it's not like you. I tried to get used to Higurashi, but there were still plenty of things I didn't know. Faces of people I knew, for example. Things that happened in the past as well. Oh, yeah, because of something like that? It's not so much as feeling left out. It's just I'm not sure how to say it. Listen to the damn sight. The fight over it and other conflicts. Terrible incident they pretended they didn't even know about, but never brought it up. Even though it was all in the past, as someone living in Higurashi, it wasn't wrong to want to know about the good and bad that happened here. It will put you at ease, and I'll tell you everything I know. Tomitake smiled made me more relieved than I'd ever been. Hard to think about that when someone said, ask me anything, though. Even though there's so much I wanted to ask. Could you tell me about what happened when the dam was being constructed? A big incident in Higurashi was going to be submerged? I think the locals will be more knowledgeable about the dam than I am. If you don't mind, I'll tell you what I know. It's only what I read in the newspaper. Excuse me. Tomitake's eyes entered an unfocused gaze as he searched through his memory. Then he spoke. The decision to start the dam project was finalized 7 or 8 years ago. I heard it was the next major project after Kurobe. There were 3 major issues in Japan at the time. Improving inter-island transportation infrastructure, meaning high demand for electricity, and flood control. There was a boom of dam building due to the massive economic stimulus they provided on top of generating electricity and flood control. Higurashi had the right conditions to support dam construction, so he was singled out. The dam reservoir would have covered quite a lot of ground when it was completed. The entire area right up to Higurashi, really upstream, would be underwater. But why did they pick a populated area? Could they have instead picked a place where nobody lived? I'm not really sure why, but I heard it was just the right terrain for building a dam. Of course, there were protests here in Higurashi. Really trying to say there was a battle. From that choice words, I'd guess things turned violent. There was a trial, and it was even brought up before the national diet. It was covered in the Tokyo newspapers. Keiichi told me all about that. I'm sure every resident had united to fight together. Feeling of solidarity found here, which could not be expressed probably with mere words. It's likely brought about that by the battle. As a result, bribery scandals were brought to light. As things got more and more complicated, they eventually altered construction. If I wanted to know, now is my only chance to ask. It was certain a bizarre incident that boys my age would be curious about. I felt a little ashamed of the fact that I was pretty enough, or petty enough, to have my curiosity piqued by Rika and Neil's refusal to talk about it. But I figured I might as well ask since I had the chance, just so I would stop thinking about it so much. So, I heard about the dismemberment when they halted, right? There was. I happened to be here in Higurashi at the time, so I remember it well. Tomitake's answer was nonchalant in contrast, and I hesitated to voice that question. It was about this time, 4 years ago. It was the day of the Watanagashi, it serves. Debate whether continuing construction day was in disarray. Scandal after scandal rocked the project near the end. The incident that was the final end of the conflict of the dam project. I find it the dam restrictions that ended up being heard. kid. 5 of them turned themselves in out of guilt, but 1 was still on the run. Right on the hit him, had you to be fair. Major detail was very football and cemetery. It certainly was a tragedy in this place. So terrible that those 2 needed to hide from me. I guess I didn't want someone who just moved here to have a negative impression. I feel grateful for him for his worried so much about me, as well as ashamed for still being so interested about it. Near the end of all the trouble with the thing, you see. So everyone was saying that there was always shoes in this curse. Curse? Always shoe was kind of trying to help the rest of the day. Guardian deity ran the lion book punishment down the evil damn destruction from the apparently the influence didn't think so. He seemed to get really down down with his way shoes on his curse. Tomitake said with a mischievous chuckle. Tomitake began laughing. With some infections, I ended up laughing as well. But I wonder about it now. Why did he like that? What's the use? What? People who believe in the shivers in his curse. His curse was still called to be small, expression and stern. And after that, it continued every year. Always around this time. I'll continue. I'm walking pause for a second to the pillows in suspense. Whisper to me as if someone might have been listening. Every year on the day of Watanagashi, somebody dies. The year following the day of Watanagashi, man from eating his hour is putting to damn on the cliff with some rapids and died on his own vacation. Unfortunately for his wife, the body was never recovered. He supported the damn destruction even though he lived here. At the time, there were whispers among the elderly saying he was going to shoot some of those girls. The woman chuckled mischievously again. Then next year, the night of the Watanagashi, a shrine Shinto priest died suddenly from an unknown illness. His wife drowned herself in the pond that night. The shrine Shinto priest was from the shrine? Got it. A rumor in Dallas villages that they were able to quell the anger of the crowd. Then the year after that, again one night, they discovered a battered body of a local housewife. A housewife? Only the serious deaths were people involved in the dead or had connections with the god. That might that the house might have been involved in some way. Exactly. The woman stated slowly. Some more menacingly. One of the people relatives he see was connected to the younger brother of the news reporter who claimed he was dead a few years before. The younger brother still alive and states, but it did bother him quite a bit, so he went to the neighboring town. For a while I stood there with my mouth agape. The battle over the damn construction with Higurashi future at stake. And the murder at the center of it all. That was all I knew, and that was all I wanted to ask about. But that wasn't all there was to the story. Homicide, body disposal, accidental deaths, terminal illness, suicide, fatal beatings. I'm a pretty level-headed person. I really don't want to believe in curses. But the freak deaths happening every year on the day of the Watanagashi, and all of them were related to the damn construction. It was easy to dismiss each of them as coincidences by themselves. But when you put them all together, dismissing all of them was a coincidence would defy logic. I don't believe in curses, but every single year on the day of the festival, somebody or something makes it happen with no fail. The children again of Shiv speaking. impatience and irritation. Then, someone died the next year, I say. Who was it? I wonder, who do you think? What the hell? The way he said it didn't agree with me. The sarcastic tone took me off. Don't avoid it, I'm serious. Calm down, Keiichi. I realized when she tried to calm me down that I'd been panicking. But I'm trying to avoid a question. It's just when he said the next year. That's today. When she hesitated to say it, Tomitake finished for her. I broke into a cold sweat. I really didn't like the direction this was heading. Nobody wants to speak it. They only think of, well, they all think it's gonna happen again. The festival was so cheerful. I think of last year the house where she was a non-believer. Turned out she didn't even attend the Watanagashi festival. There was a rumor on her, and if they didn't participate, you would incur Yoshiro's wrath. Didn't you hear anything about this? Never. The reason everyone was at the festival was they're afraid of the curse. I figured there must have been a reason. There was a lot more people out there than usual. Maybe everyone was just afraid after all. Of the curse. I couldn't utter a single word. In this modern age, we have made progress in all scientific fields, shedding light on the unknown and misunderstood, where black and white television have been eradicated, and we've sent men to the moon. Even with all our accomplishments, this still can exist in a modern society. Tons of invitations sent out to every town youth groups that are bad numbers. We have to just remove events if you decide to join. The municipal committee members are complaining about how hard it was to gather participants. Police were treating each case as isolated. They don't believe they're connected. They're trying to keep quiet so it's all plain clothes officers. It finally began to dawn on me why Ren and Eileen were reluctant to talk. If nothing happened during this festival, everything would have been over with, and I'd be none the wiser. If nothing happened, all would be well. In that case, it would all end up just being crazy talk. I should have just pretended like I knew nothing from the beginning. Then they wouldn't have had to act like nothing happened. I would have gone back to life as usual. Maybe it was just too much for him after all. The woman ran her fingers through her hair as she sighed. It wasn't, not at all. I tried to act strong, but it's just syrup to emphasize how much the information had been sent to me. After all, seeing how I looked, Tomitake appeared to regret saying stuff. And on a side, he spoke forcing an awkward, upbeat demeanor. Keiichi, you surely don't believe in such things as curses. No. The cause of all the crimes were unknown, with perpetrators and methods all mysteries. Then I would think it's the work of a curse. But that's not how things are in reality. Police are pursuing the evidence and suspects to uncover the truth. Hearing him say it made me feel a lot better. It was better for repelling the word curse. First one was dismemberment. I told you, didn't I? All but one of the perpetrators were arrested. Only a matter of time for the last one. The motive turned out to be an argument they had while intoxicated. No curse. Don't you agree? That's true. If it didn't happen on the day of the festival, then I wouldn't think of it related to the curse at all. The accidental death of the man who was reported today is the same. He was in a position that made others hate him. The police made a point of investigating from that angle. They concluded it was an accident. No foul play. But both happened on the day of the festival, didn't it? Just think about it. Do you really think people would have thought of enemies here in Himazawa could participate easily in a local festival? It would be especially hard for them to be around. So they probably left Team Gazelle intentionally around this time of year to travel, don't you think? It wasn't a very clear explanation, but I sort of understood what he was getting at. So I pressed on earnestly, asking more questions so that I could convince myself. And what about the priest who died? The one with the unbelievers. It also happened at the day of the festival. Even easier to explain. The Watanagashi is a really big event that happens once a year. Sorry for all that built up stress. Maybe it had been because of a pre-existing condition. But unknown. Hard to believe something like an unknown illness could even exist in all our advances in medicine. Just an exaggeration. Rumors making rumors. Anyone would get worked up for having incidents happen 2 years in a row. Sudden death is quite unnatural. First, the police ordered an autopsy because of the strange way he died. But there wasn't enough for them to open a full investigation. Turns out it was just sudden death due to illness. And the priest's wife committing suicide? What about that? I believe I've already explained that. Everyone was shaken up by the incidents happening for a third year. Those who were of strong faith were quick to believe it was the work of the curse. Of course, that included the priest's wife. Apparently, they found a suicide note that said something like, "My death will quell," or "Shimusama's anger." What about the next incident with the housewife? Didn't that happen on the day of the festival? Perpetrator already been caught. Case closed. Turns out, some nut job trying to continue the legacy of the Higurashi curse. What about the incident next year? Oh, sorry. It's this year. He gave a hearty laugh. Nothing will happen. Not this year. There was never a curse to begin with. Just that a group of people believed it was the explanation for a string of coincidences. My internal computer finally got itself back on track. I thought I'd been embarrassed by how talented I had become for looks control and panicking. It was very clear now that Keiichi-kun is You do love Higurashi, don't you? Even if Oyashiro's curse actually did exist, you couldn't bring yourself to believe such a terrible thing as exists, now could you? I felt relieved. I should probably just forget everything I heard tonight. I'll rerun it and kneel tomorrow with the same smile as always. They'd probably also like tonight to end without incident so they can continue on tomorrow without having to worry about me. Seeing my change in attitude, the woman who had been listening stretched as she got up from the box she was sitting on. Well, then I should be getting back. Goodness, I'm thinking back a little bit too long. There's so few people compared to the crowd from the floor, I could eliminate out a few groups of families enjoying the cool evening air. I looked at my watch. We'd talked for a better part of an hour. Did you come along with your friends, Keiichi? Not going to look for them? Oh, right. They might be looking for me. Like the scoundrel making the girls look for you. See, you keep coming. Have a nice night. You too, Gerald. I'll see you at the dinner. He seemed to be quiet, the scoundrel himself. His first name was Chiro. After dusting off her backside, she disappeared into the crowd, still busy cleaning with the shrine brands. Keiichi-kun? Sorry. In her place, Rena came running over. I could see all the others behind her. Speak of the devil. My bad, Keiichi. We got so caught up in our discussion. I completely forgot about them. I caught up on my own. We were even. My Tomitake was with you. This works out perfectly. We still need to settle the shooting gallery competition. Oh, that's right. I guess I'm gonna end up dead last, huh? In the end, after my dreaded Higurashi, who was the last challenger, but there weren't many targets left. The ones remaining were tiny and difficult. She did take her time and aim, but 3 shots completely missed. She was to end up sharing the loser's crown with Tomitake. However, she did her little mewing cry in front of the owner, and it turned to mush. She was given a pack of gum as consolation. Her methods were a bit audacious, but she did avoid being the loser rather magnificently. to think of it, Rika's quite the trickster. I have no idea what you're talking about. Now then, it's decided that Tomitake is dead last. Everyone cheered and applauded as Tomitake smiled wryly, slightly bewildered. So, Tomitake, are you ready for the penalty? I completely forgot about that. You're too naive. This is why our club can never lose. Mia pulled a felt tip marker from her pocket. Oh, that again. Show him some mercy. At least use a washable. A permanent's too harsh. It just had to be permanent. It comes off when you do the laundry anyway. Whoa, what's this? Please, take it easy on me. All of us pinned his arms behind his back. Leon approached him with the marker in hand. And she didn't write on Tomitake's face. She wrote on the shirt he was wearing. You better have a big break this year, it said. Brenda took up the marker. Show me your photos next time, okay? A little hard work. I just had to laugh. This is more like a farewell card than a penalty. I'm gonna soft as the rest. I'll make sure it's proper. Dead last, Sadako. Try harder next time, Rika. Here you go. I couldn't decide what to write. Based on what kind of penalty this was, it was probably the most appropriate. Come back and play again. Tomitake was silent the entire time. At first he was quite bewildered, but then he had a different look on his face. So I have to wear this all the way back to Tokyo as part of the penalty? Yep, you better wear it all the way home. You can wear it when you come back. It'd be nice. He appeared deeply moved. Embarrassment mixed with a wealth of other emotions made him a bright red. Understood. I'll wear this next time I come here. I promise. Everyone cheered and applauded. It was the finest parting gift possible for a buddy heading out tonight. I saw the woman who was with Tomitake standing next to the festival grounds. It seems Tomitake noticed her too and knew it was time to leave. Seems like your guest is waiting. Isn't it about time? Yeah, certainly how it seems. Tomitake headed off towards her and seemed to apologize for making her wait. We all shouted stuff at Tomitake. Each time we did, he looked back and waved his hand. Eventually he faded into the darkness of the night, out of sight. Quite a casual farewell. It wasn't the first time any of us had seen someone off. They had done the same thing many times before, I bet. He's gone. It's about time we take off too. Rika had to stay behind with the other committee members since they were having a meeting. Sadako was tagging along with her. I headed back home with the usual suspects. The walk back was quite lively, with talk of the day's war stories. Should have done this, should have done that kind of stuff. Red and I parted ways with Mion, and then it was just the two of us. Then we got to my house, and I parted ways with Ren as well. It's already pretty late. Are you alright by yourself? Yeah, I'm perfectly fine. It's close, so I'm gonna run too. If you run into some weirdo, just yell. If someone does come, will you come and save me, maybe? Maybe? If I can hear you. Okay. I'll scream loud so you can hear me. Merrily spinning her arms around at high speed, she dashed off. She was fine. In that mode, not even a dog could stand against her. Her cheerful presence disappeared and it finally became quiet again. A curse that not a single person even whispered about. The more I learned about it, the more unsettling it became. Didn't show up on any other faces, but they were probably all quite concerned about it as well. But if nothing happens tonight, then it all ends up being just crazy talk. Nothing will happen. Nothing bad. Nothing at all. What's wrong, Keiichi? Why are you standing at a place like that? Come inside, you'll catch a cold. That's my mom. Did you go? for the Watanagashi festival? In the end, your father didn't wake up, so I missed it. A little disappointing. Mom stuck her tongue out with a bit of an embarrassed look on her face. Mr. and Mrs. Soldiers following the same. Terminal illness, death of Shrine, Shinto Princess Furude. Let's check this out. Housewife murder and radio log. June 1980 edition. On the afternoon of Redacted at 2 p.m., office employee Redacted and his wife Redacted 2 of Inamisawa Village in Shishibon Prefecture disappeared after falling 27 meters from the observatory platform in Shirakawa Prefecture. Police and firefighters searched downstream and discovered the body of Redacted at around 7 p.m. that evening. His wife, Redacted 2, had yet to be found. The search has run into difficulties due to the effect of Typhoon 3 from the previous day. Appeared a railing at the observatory that they leaned onto had broken, causing it to fall. The groundskeeping staff was questioned by the police with regards to facility deterioration and park maintenance was performed properly. Not much there. Terminal illness. June 1981. On the afternoon of this, around 10 p.m. in the X district of Inamisawa, Shishibon Prefecture, the Shinto priest of the Furude Shrine passed away after an existing condition he was recovering from suddenly worsened. Parties close to the deceased said he was suffering from anxiety issues concerning the festival, which was to be held that day. Also, after the death, his wife went missing, leaving behind a farewell note. The police and local youth associated continued to search. However, given the presence of the farewell message and the fact that the Onikafuchi marsh is said to be bottomless, they have run into difficulties. Housewife murder. It wasn't reported in the newspaper. The radio log. This is Okinomiya Station, calling Unit 3. Unit 3, please respond. This is Unit 3. Loud and clear. Backup is heading your way. Hold position until further instructions. Over. Roger, Unit 3, acknowledged. Request no headlights. Requesting radio silence. Station, the doctor has arrived. They want to carry you away. What's the order? Over. Acknowledged. Leave it to the doctor. Affirmative. Understood. Backup has arrived. Shouldn't we let them take a photo first? I think the victim's done for. This is getting a little bit eerie. I need to save here. Pause this recording. And we'll see about the next part. Sorry.